So we know that we're living in time, right? We're living in a time sequence of the seasons: spring, summer, fall, winter, spring, summer, fall, winter, and it keeps going. But basically, it holds a certain amount of time. But what I'm saying is, we shouldn't think about time. When we manifest and create something, we shouldn't be thinking about one time to the other. It sidetracks the pathway in our mind to greater thought processes. If we're constantly waiting and constantly thinking about time, it's in a detriment pathway. It's in the waiting pathway in our brain, which isn't good. So we don't really need to think about time. But I'm not saying time doesn't exist, which there's faculties of everything that we do through time that is measured. But what I'm saying is, like a watch, like on a clock, that's not true time. Sometimes time might seem a little faster than other times. Sometimes it seems slower. So the variations of time might be a little bit different to everybody through what you daily, ongoing living your patterns out into the expectations of whatever you take life to. So what I'm saying about we shouldn't live in time. We should be outside of the box of time doing things. We shouldn't have to worry about it. To be in the way of what? Us enjoying ourselves? That waiting with the time that we are looking at a clock to see what the time is that we stop waiting for. Then, that's all the pathway of like, you can't wait forever. You know what I mean? And that's a pathway of which is not good for our brain. Is when we're waiting and we get bored and we feel lonely. That would be on the pathways of that. You know what I mean? But anyway, girls, I love you. I love you, girls. I just had to say that. I love the girls because I like to incorporate in every podcast that I make, because until the Hobbit Home Society is built, when I'm taking that more seriously and with my goals and passions about the Hobbit Home Society, I will make more Hobbit Home Society videos. But my dedication to the girls and the Divine Goddess is like on an all-time high, because I love the girls and still wearing this for lovely, lovely, lovely. You know what I mean? And what I'm trying to say is that what we should not think about time as this sequence of time that we measure the time, and then the girl's pretty, beautiful brain and everything can be enticed with what everything it is with the sequence of making that without time in the thought process of your brain, girls, because then you don't have to worry about time. So you're not in waiting. You're not waiting around for nothing. You're doing exactly what you can do in the present moment, and you're enjoying what you do, and you don't have to wait anymore. See, this is what I can apply to you, girls, of like explaining this to you, because when it's about the girls, I do 110% better. So that's why I like to incorporate you with what I do, because my knowledge and intelligence goes in increased levels for the girls, so that it gets them to a higher state, because I do more and I push myself to more of a limit of my capability for the girls, because I love the girls and this is why I do that. But at the same time, I should be making videos about the Hobbit Home Society and how to do that. But I made a lot, and hopefully they get popular. But I'll make my section of Hobbit Home podcasts in the future. But I have to make really good ones like I made before. And as long as they're, like when I made that really good Hobbit Home podcast, that was like the last one I ever have to make, because it's so good of a podcast. Explains everything in that podcast, how to even build a Hobbit Home of your own, to make, all these things to fruition of the Hobbit Home Society. But what I'm trying to say is that, girls, I love you, and what I'm trying to say is I can make this bigger impact with the habitable society and to make the land and to create what we can do with our two hands to make this change for the benefit of the whole society. And it'll be a more social society. We get the time to do what we want and everything like that. So, girls, what I'm trying to say is that this is going to all be possible. We can do this, girls, and this is what makes is a better outcome to the equation is for all of our health to be in this equation to make this better piece of the puzzle, girls. And what I'm trying to say is that I love. There's this girl I hung out with this morning. Not gonna say her name, but I gave her a hug, and I had a really good time this morning with her. And I actually gave her some money out of the goodness of my heart because I felt like girls deserve that. You know what I mean? They deserve, like, especially if they're giving me the time of day to hang out with me. I'll definitely give you some money when I can. You know what I mean? To help you out, with your life so you can buy milk or whatever you're trying to do. And then basically, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. That's the end of the podcast where we shouldn't think about time so much so it doesn't consume the waiting mind because that pathway in our brain, we don't want to be in that pathway. Sometimes when I'm waiting for something and I'm on the internet on a YouTube video, I get out of the waiting mind because I'm on a present moment of the podcast of what I'm listening to. And then that sidetracks a lot of time and time goes by pretty fast then. See, time is of our awareness of like whether it goes by slow or fast based on what we're doing and the perception of time. But anyway, girls, I love you and have a really good day. And I gave a girl a hug today, so hopefully I could eventually have a girlfriend in the future to give many hugs and many blessings to in the future. I just got to find the right one. This girl I knew for a while. She's a friend of mine, but yeah, hopefully I'll find a girlfriend one of these days. Anyway, girls, have a good day. Yep, have a really good day. I love you, girls. All right, all right, bye. Bye, girls. I love you.